Players, we are looking for any member of the following two teams. Wears up pants or slow and relentless. If you are on one of those teams or know anybody that is on one of those teams, please corner your desk.
Welcome to day 8 and the Kamui Men's Las Vegas Open. It's semifinal day here in Vegas, and a very warm welcome back to the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino. Wow, have we got some action in store for you today. It is the showcase event. Alex Kazakis in green right now, representing Greece. This is the one they all came for. 128 players started out and only 4 remain. I'm Jim White. I'm going to be walking you through all the action as you see Joshua FILLER there representing Germany. And he's a player that everybody marked on the scorecard. They expected him to be here, and he has not disappointed. Very happy to be joined in the commentary box to help walk us through this match all the way from the Netherlands. Welcome back, Tim de Ruyter.
Thanks for having me, Jim. Looking forward to this match. Great matchup.
Yeah, a high-powered one to be sure. 2 players that I don't think a lot of surprises seeing these 2 in the semifinals. There's a lot of titles on center stage here, and another one on offer in the Las Vegas Open. As you'd expect, Kazakis as solid as a rock. Neither player to this stage in the semis have dropped a match. Again, you see his road, his path through to the semifinal.
Well, and what I think is very impressive is the fact that he has not played a shootout yet. If you look at the score lines. So tough to go through this whole event without a shootout.
Yeah, players, when they're on the practice table, they warm up and hit balls, get a feel for the speed of the table. FILLER in your picture. His last match, he was in a shootout there, Tim.
Yeah, it was a very close one, squeezed by Marco Teutscher. 4-3 in shootout, so.
Yeah, it's a race to 3 sets. Each set, a race to 4, and if 2-2 in sets, if we're deadlocked, then you see the shootout. And that's when you check your nerve at the door. Big time pressure. Alex Kazakis to kick things off.
Oh, great square hit. Made one of the wing balls on the side. And does have a shot on the 1, but it's not really everybody's favorite to shoot this. Could play the 1 to the corner and have the 4 and the 8 in between the cue ball and the bottom right corner just in case. In case he doesn't make it, he might leave Josh hooked, but nowadays with how well the jump cues are, he might have to just play safe behind the 2, send the 1 ball up down table. No, he did go for it, a little 2-way, but the safety of mind is not there.
Yeah, it was a tricky opener. And as you'd expect, the early going, nerves have to settle in a little bit. Even though the players have spent some time on the practice table, never the same when the match starts. Good shot from FILLER. $125,000 the total purse in the Kamui Las Vegas Men's Open, and $37,500 top end to the eventual winner. These players are guaranteed $87.50 as it sits right now, but they've got their eyes on a little more.
Great shape there from FILLER. Good cue ball, nice angle on the 3 ball as well to move back up table for the 4. Now it will be interesting what he's gonna play on the 4, because the 9 ball is partially blocking the corner. Has called the 4, so no combination on the 9. Must have enough room to make the 4 and get on the 5.
Held the cue ball behind the 8 just as an insurance policy, Tim, but looking very strong in the opening rack to open his account.
Well, also with this event has been going on for like a week now, and the cloth, the Arcadia cloth, still looks pretty brand new. If you look at that 4 ball, he missed it wide and it still slipped in, so looks like the tables are playing great.
Yeah, these beautiful Predator Apex 9-foot pool tables, as you noted, the Arcadia cloth, Predator Arcos II balls, got the Aerorack being used here. It's all top class equipment. These players would ask nothing more.
Well, in the meanwhile, Filler making quick work of this rack here. Just needs good speed on this. Perfect.
Center City, 1-0 Josh Filler over Kazakis, and winner breaks. He'll break in rack number 2.
Yeah, that could be one big difference in this match. I feel Filler does not have such a big power break as Kazakis does, for example, but Filler might be a more smarter breaker in the sense of trying to figure out something that works fast enough. Just different breaking style, so yeah, it will be interesting to see where he starts off from. Does he go from the center or from the side rail? Could be trying to crush the break and lose the cue ball more, or maybe he's going softer. We've seen that the whole event. For example, Peg Yalin broke quite soft and made plenty of balls.
Yeah, you get down to the business end of these high profile events, and even though it's 10 in the morning in Vegas, not a lot of empty seats.
Well, I might have been wrong. Made 2 balls on the break, shape on the 1. And if you look at this layout too, 2 and the 3 ball are near. Just this is a little touchy shape here. Yeah, has missed it.
Didn't look like he had a full pocket there, Tim, just the right-hand side, and tried to feather it in past that 9.
Well, also, if he had played with stun, which is a more comfortable stroke, the cue ball was going into the 2 ball. So he had to play with, like, it was either stun follow or very soft follow, which makes the shot so much more tricky and subtle. It's just about this 1 ball though. If you can get on the 2 ball with a slight angle, It's a really good chance, but it's all about this one ball. And 3 rails. Did he get the shape on the 2 ball? It's close. If he has it, he has a great angle to stun off the rail and have the 3 in the side pocket. If not, I'm quite positive he will go rail first and still try to make it.
Yeah, he was forced to the rail first, Tim, and certainly increased the degree of difficulty. Now, as he left this 2.
Yeah, I believe he did. Just maybe not the ideal angle, might be extremely straight on this. But if you can stop the cue ball, take the cut, run into the 6 to stop the cue ball, you're good. Ooh. Yeah, let the cue ball go slightly there.
Yeah, may just elect to nestle behind the 6 here. Didn't hit that 2 into the center of the side, and that's the reason he fell out of position on the 3, but he's certainly looking to maintain the initiative. This is a difficult hit.
Well, no rail after contact.
Yeah, there was nothing easy about that one. Josh really did have him in jail. And with ball in hand now, we've got to assume this is going to be a 2-0 lead with Filler breaking in rack 3. Nothing short of a glaring mistake is going to bring Kazakis back to the table in this rack.
Is in the building. Please come up to the tournament desk immediately. Thank you.
And I got to be honest with you, Tim, glaring mistake and Josh Filler, they don't appear in the same sentence very often.
Well, just the shape here on the 9 would be nice if he can leave himself near the center of the table. Just 1 rail back out. Yeah, perfect. You don't want to fall too straight on the 9, for example, and also not too big of a cut. So he got right in between. This is lovely. Doesn't have to pound the cue ball, just low left spin, the crossover.
Being left eye dominant, he moves that head right over the cue to get that lead eye. And target his ball. 2-0 Filler. And in control very early in the semifinal. As I said, each set a race to 4 racks. And the first player to win 3 sets will book a place in the final. At 2-2, the shootout materializes.
Well, last break, made 2 balls on the break from the side rail. Gave it everything he had. Let's see if he can do that again. Oh, I feel he broke him softer this time. A little bit more control. Maybe he was just looking for that control on the cue ball a little bit more. Turned out dry.
Push out the only option here for Kazakis, and just got to be careful. You don't want to leave your opponent an attacking safety option.
Well, one option he has is to put the 8, push the 8 and the 2 together. But he's still trying to keep the game open. I usually like to just push some more balls together, so I'm kind of guaranteed a couple more innings. But maybe a little bit more defensive thought from my side. Good chance here, skimming left side, bringing the cue ball to the bottom right corner. Ooh, caught that really thick. And that could have been way worse.
Yeah, Alex with his option here. He doesn't have to take this shot. He can put filler back in because he didn't call this one. But as you said, that could have been a lot worse.
Now the reason
control here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The reason why he's not gonna put filler back in it is because if he kicks at this quite full on the ball, there's a high chance of getting the cue ball either behind the 10 or behind the 8 if you mishit it slightly. The 2 could get covered behind the 9-5, so you kind of have to try this. Yeah, just like that, he had to shoot this. I think he's done really well there. Would be unlucky if filler can still see an edge of the 2. But not enough to attack though. If he moves over, yeah, that would be... No, I think he's full hooked. Great shot from Alex there. Has called the jump carom on the 9. Yeah, was trying to leave the 2 ball near the 10-8 by bumping the 2 into those balls and trying to at least have separation. But the 2 found the window and came all the way back up.
First real chance now for Alex to get a feel for the table in this semifinal. Gonna move the cue ball a bit though.
Perfect shape
Good
there.
speed.
Had to end up quite straight on the 3 ball. Now he's going to try and probably draw near the side and as close to the rail as he can, so he leaves himself a small angle on the 4. Yeah, I find these shots sometimes quite tricky because you're always trying to get the cue ball more off the rail than you probably have with this angle. So once in a blue moon, people hang this 4. Yeah, enough off the rail to give himself a good angle on the 6 ball. So from now, a little bit of breathing possible. He played himself into this rack.
You start to get an idea of how measured and how competent Alex Kazakis is. Never hurried. A very solid player. And very highly regarded. Doesn't really have the flamboyance of Josh Filler, but he's equally as lethal. Kazakis secures the break in rack number 4, a 2-1 lead to Filler. Our opening set, our first men's semifinal in the Kamui Las Vegas Open 10 ball. More people coming into the center arena, finding empty seats. As I said, we're in day 8. There have been so many terrific events for players to take in. Tim and I had the good fortune of commentating on some of the Bank Pool Showdown matches yesterday. Very exciting. First time I've ever commentated Bank Pool. I got to sit back and listen to my co-commentator educate me, walk me through a lot of the play and the tactical exchanges, and I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's definitely something else compared to all the rotation games.
Alex from the center of the table. So not necessarily targeting that one into the side pocket.
Yeah, a lot more cuts than the first break. Came up dry. First break was successful, so 50% now. Yeah, that 2 ball actually saved him on the scratch to the left center. But could have been worse, could have left Filler a shot on the 1. And there's a lot of traffic up table, so wherever Filler is going to push to, Alex can probably play a good safety. Interesting. Not too sure if I would take this, as Alex can't see enough of the left side. Over the right side, I'm not very interested in shooting the 1 into the 2 ball.
Yeah, you always look at those shots, as Alex does. He studies them, and in his mind he's thinking, okay, what did he have in mind that I don't see? Just a controlled kick, really. Try to kick that one into the safety area, and he's done a pretty good job. Nice control, good safety shot, containing shot from Filler there.
Yeah, that was interesting cue ball control as well, because he played that bump on the 3 to hold the cue ball, and he only sent the 1 ball to an area where the balls could be in between, so doesn't get the full hook, but still he survived a difficult position after the break. Similar thing tried by Alex, banking the 1 into the 4, and was hoping to creep the cue ball just behind the 5, but he's hooked Joshua just enough to not leave a shot to the corner. Well, unless he's jumping. Tough jump though, will have to land right in front of the 1 ball. Does not have enough space to land the cue ball and let it roll. Close. And again, I think he's got a little fortunate. If he leaves a shot on the 2, Alex is wide open for a run out.
Well, he dropped that cue ball exactly where you said he had to, right before the 1. But again, fluked the 1 into a center pocket and hasn't left Alex anything. So Alex brings Filler out of his chair.
Yeah, last time it had quite some value to shoot when Filler got a little bit lucky fluking that ball, but this time, yeah, the kick was laying on this. Actually, again, it kind of worked out. Like, there's not too many people that will shoot the 2-7 combination in the bottom right, and that's including myself. So now Alex is shooting off the 7. It's called the 2 ball on the bottom left, and is drawing the cue ball to the top short rail, trying to get cover behind the 6, 8, or 9. I mean, it's really tough to play Alex. Like, he's one of the players I've mentioned this week that has such a big grind, and it's just mainly because his safety game is so strong. Almost every time he touches the ball, it's kind of safe, and that's a rare mistake. He's missed the whole 2 ball there, Filler.
Taking the 4 out. 3 over the other corner pocket. 5 in the same half of the table.
Yeah, I would say this is key shot right here. Will be tricky to get nice on the 5 ball. Rail first, he might run into the 5. Can he still cheat the pocket with stun left to go 2 rails in between the 5, 9? Yeah, good control. Nicely controlled cue ball there. With the angle he has, he might have to stop the cue ball and play the 6 to the corner and stun over for the 7. Unless he's going top right to play the 6 in the left side pocket there. Yeah, confident start from both. A couple small mistakes in the safety department, you know, a couple jumps or kicking, but shooting wise, looks like they're ready to make it a close match.
Yeah, this one might have just stopped in time, but wow. He brought that 10 ball into the equation, and I wasn't sure he had it. He had to, Tim. No, has he stopped in time?
Yeah, quite surprised myself as well. From this angle, it actually looks like it doesn't go, but he didn't look too disappointed, so. Yeah, good chance now to level the score to each, Jim.
Yeah, this match always looked like it was going to be a tough one to decide. Maybe a good roll here, a good roll there, whoever broke better. The only thing that you and I were in total agreement of, Tim, is that the 2 hours that they were allowing between semifinals wasn't long enough.
Yeah, yeah. The odds of making that are quite low.
First 4 racks have been halved, and Kazakis has definitely swayed the momentum back on his side. He'll break in rack number 5. Just a steady pace this match. Kazakis just methodical. Filler obviously quicker at the table, gets on with his game. A little bit more of a natural, intuitive player.
Yeah, we definitely have two different styles at the table. That's what I usually like to see. I don't like it when there is 2 tacticians or 2 run-out players or like these talented players. Then usually, well, I think both sides are special. So it's nice to showcase them both against each other, obviously. Six ball slipped in. Don't think he has any future on the 1. Yeah, better break than the last one. Might have to push softly into the 2 ball and then kick something on the 1. Kick it half ball and separate the balls maybe after the push. I have to say it's either that or try to push 2 balls together, maybe the 8-4 together.
Looks like he's pushing into a jump. We saw Filler fail at his last jump attempt. Kazakis obviously took notes there, and I think was betting he was going to be back at the table.
Well, it's not just making the ball, it's also that he has to play stun run on a jump a little off angle. So he's not guaranteed to have shape.
Well, just as you said, a good shot on the one. So he's going to have to find one of equal quality on the two.
Yeah, tough decision here. Tough to say how much he can hit also. Or is he he's jumping again? This is so tough. This is similar to the jump on the one ball Filler went for. It's to line on top of the ball. Wow. That is beautiful.
You want to mark that one down, Tim. That's one of the best jump shots you're going to see. Landed right on the two. Struck perfectly into the heart of the pocket. That's a highlight reel shot for sure.
Yep, I got it marked.
Some kind of effort. 2 jump shots in a row from Kazakis. Yeah, just offers his hand to apologize. That wasn't the intended area he wanted to land on the 4. Meanwhile, he's perfect. Perfect angle to come back down for the 5.
Well, he's not out of the woods yet. To get shape from the 8 to the 9 could cause some trouble too. It really depends on your shape, your cue ball control. So to get from the 4 to the 5 was quite all right, and 5 to 7 is kind of connecting the dots, like it's already there. But to leave yourself on the good side of the 8 to get to the 9, that's the thing here. Easily messed up. I think he's got a nice angle on the 7 to at least draw over. Now I would tell myself to at least get straight on the 8 or run further. Like everything shorter than straight is just not good here. Ooh. Yeah, it's tricky. Is he able to still draw the cue ball out and not hitting the 10? If you catch the 10, you might get a real nasty cut shot on the 9 ball.
It's not straightforward on this 9. We've seen these miss before. But Kazakis has really put his shoulder to the door in this rack. A couple great jump shots have forged the opening. Yeah.
Oh,
Just not a straightforward 9 he left himself. That could be a big shot in this opening set.
Well, all the momentum was with Kazakis. He really turned around the set, being down 2-0, I believe. Then now a chance to get on the hill first with 2 beautiful jumps. Really made it happen. Did I miss that 9 ball?
Again, it's a major semifinal. You can never discount the nerves, the pressure of the moment. Filler even shook his head a little bit as he came out of his chair because Kazakis had done so much, but another look. Probably even a bit surprised mildly that it stayed on the table.
Yeah, definitely you were going to favor him to make the 9, but he just left himself slightly more distance off that 9. Also, a real small angle, which he was trying to not go off the rail too much, as he would have to cut the 10 more. So he was trying to hold the cue ball along the rail and play pocket speed, and I think that's one of the reasons why he hit it thick.
Well, we'll see if Filler can come with a good break here in the 6th rack, try and close this first set out.
Yeah, breaking quite thin on the 1 ball there. Managed to make the 5, hooked on the 1 ball, but there is a jump. Either aggressive jump to the corner and go for it, or a jump safety. He's looking at playing a push out. Thing is, you can bank, like jump bank the 1 ball 2 rails back down table, and you have the cue ball behind the 4 just in case. Making sure he glues the cue ball to the rail. I see no reason why Alex would not give this back. He's probably going to bank the 1 towards the 8 and try to double up the 4, 6 or 5 in between. Just gotta watch the scratch though. If he hits it a little bit too thin, gotta hit this thick. Caught it too thick. Did he get enough of the ball covered?
Yeah, that side pocket in the equation, so he's got to be a little mindful if he does try and just duck behind that little wall of 3 colors. This doesn't look easy, and he's queuing right over the 9 as well. Just to complicate things a bit.
Good pace there. Strong shot from Filler. Maybe caught it a little bit fuller than he was trying to hit it, but it was definitely trying to split the balls side to side.
Alex has called the extension. We've already seen how adept he is with the jump cue. But this one's a little trickier, so it looks kicking at this. Filler frowning. Josh has bought himself a chance. Certainly the 3 is the problem ball as they sit. 2 in the open.
It was not easy to get that 1 ball safe. Not too much traffic up table. And I think if he gets nice shape on the 2, he might play another safety on the 3 ball, Jim. It's not ideal.
Yeah, he's off. No, off angle on the 2. I think you're absolutely right, Tim. I don't think he's going to have any options here.
I'm just wondering, can he play still inside into the 8 or? It's called a 2 ball in the corner pocket, straight back, 2-way shot here. Yeah, it's a good shot there, but I would assume Alex is able to hit this 2 ball. Quite a big ball to hit. Sorry, Jim.
No, I was going to say he obviously didn't think that the safety was going to be that straightforward on the 3 because the 2 was at his mercy. And he just liked this safety instead of the 3, hoping to get ball in hand.
Yeah, that was quite high percentage to hit. Now the only thing that has happened is he has pushed the 3 ball open and there's a shot on the 2 ball, so if Filler wants, he can try to make the 2 with a touch of right spin, cross over and get on the 3 ball.
He's such a pure cueist, isn't he? Even a shot like that, you know, our camera makes it look so easy, but that was anything but.
Now has to make sure to leave himself a slight angle, close to straight on the 6. That way he can play a short side shape on the 7 ball, or open the 7 ball if he wants to. Did he get enough? He might not have enough. He might be playing for combination 7-8, yeah. I think he's got the wrong angle, which can still work, but
no choice, Tim. No choice. I think he intended, as you said, to try and leave himself the angle to get on the other side of the 7, play the 7 bottom left, but still expect him to get this. He can place that cue ball almost with his hand to line that 7-8 up.
Well, that's the first hurdle. The second hurdle is to get on the 9. Can he still go top right spin, 3 rails to get to the 9? No, he's looking at the other side. Stun left spin, 4 or 5 rail shape on the 9. The scratch is close, but he's played it absolutely perfect. Look at the speed.
And there's how knowledgeable a crowd are that have made their way to the TV arena here. They understand what a shot that was. And to bank this first set, this 10 for Josh Filler. There it is, 4-2, Filler in set number 1. And you look back at the 9 that Alex Kazakis missed to go 3-2 in front, and it proved the difference. Kazakis out of the arena, taking a short break. And as the players take a short break, Tim and I'll take a short break, and we'll leave you with the statistics to look at here The first set complete. Get right into the second set here. Filler breaks off. No friends at the table. Both players back. Kazakis probably just wanted to get away and dispel the memory of that missed 9. As we see Filler's break one more time. But Kazakis, well, he's got a ton of experience and he knows the secret of success in this game is to have a short memory. So he's called the bank on the 1.
Yeah, two-way bank shot here. If he makes it, gets shape on the 2-ball to the same corner. But now, I think is interesting is I'm wondering if he really played the bank there, Jim. Because you're not going to tell me he tried to make the bank and miss it by 2 diamonds.
Well, the only thing I can tell you, Tim, is he nominated that corner pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that was in case he hit it that bad he made it.
Well, first shot from Filler was a solid jump. Now this will be interesting because if he plays a combination on the 9, the 2-ball might crawl right behind the 7-8. So he decided to go forward with the cue ball at the same time. Such a tough shot.
Yeah, you've got to feel like he's going to be welded behind the colors here. He's called the top corner, though. There's no way he wants this in the pocket. There's no way that one threatened the pocket.
David.
Well, main thing for Alex there was to get the 2-ball past the side, just to make the jump a lot tougher. Yeah, not exactly sure what Filler was jumping for there. Did not leave open shot on the 2, so cue ball behind the 7-9 here, 2-ball on the other side. Yeah, good shot there. Glue to the 7-ball, so no path to the short rail. This might be a deadlock here. I don't yeah. Filler looks the same. I don't think there is anything else he can do besides taking a foul and trying to push some balls together. As you can see, no window.
Yeah, even just to move the 9 slightly wouldn't hurt him. Take the 7-9 or 7-9 combination out of the equation.
Yeah, believe it or not, actually that was a really good try, because he was trying to check it off the second rail with a lot of left spin. If you look at the angle coming in and how much he shortened it up. But yeah, I mean, in the end, he fouled, and he won't be able to pay the bills with that foul, so it doesn't matter if he was close or not. Hard reality. Oh, and now the run out is a little bit more available though, with how the 7-9 got there. That's straight in, so no worries about 7-8-9. Just a matter of staying in line, probably stop shot here. Could go into the short rail and out, but just gotta make sure he doesn't leave himself too much angle on the 5, which he hasn't. He's good here to go 2 rails.
Won't have to do too much with the 7-9. Anything even just off straight will work. Just wants to be able to make sure that 7 hangs around that corner.
Just has to be careful not to move the 7 behind the 8 ball here though, so don't cut it too much. shoot the 9 to the open side of the pocket. Yeah, I think he's done perfect there.
The opening rack of the second set goes to the Greek star, Kazakis. 1-0. That first set took just under an hour before it was finally decided. 4-2 to Filler.
Yeah, Kazakis did let Joshua off the hook though in the first set. Did have opportunities, just missed a couple. I mean, he's missed 3 balls in the opening set, so definitely had the opportunities, didn't finish them. So that also tells him that if he can step it up just that little bit, he might have a chance to win the remaining sets. Because it was not too far off.
Well, you're right, Tim. I think that's the reason when the set finished, he couldn't wait just to get out of the arena and, you know, just clear his head, get back to the moment. It looks like he's done a good job of doing just that. Rack number 2. He's got the handles on this one.
Slight cut on the break. Too powerful to make the 2 wing balls go to the side. They were going way too high. Nice cue ball going past the side, at least taking out the scratch, but besides that, not too many balls threatening the hole.
Just a containing shot. The short cue comes out. And just over the edge of the 5.
I think he's left the 1 ball on there. That could be a costly mistake, letting Joshua back into the set. It's not the most comfortable shot to shoot though, but definitely worth shooting. Could also go for a corner, low left spin. Top right corner. Oh, stun it in the side with that angle. Quite some accuracy on that.
Yeah, he had to be so precise playing it there. I thought, like you said, Tim, he might go top corner. Well, he's got a lot of confidence, a lot of self-belief.
especially with how most of the players would just play that dead weight into the side and not even bother with the stop shot spin. But yeah, made it look big. Key shot right here, overcutting the 4 to come straight back out. I think I would play with top left. No, went 2 rails to come back up, nicely done. So that was one of the key shots. The other one I would say is to get from the 6 ball to the 7 ball. Just really depends on how you get on the 6. I might just draw back, leave myself on the long rail, and then go around the 10 and leave myself slightly longer on the 7, but just make sure you get like fairly straight on the 7. On the rail. Could possibly draw straight over, but he's a lefty, so I don't think he can reach that. But he can with the extension. And those are just really tricky shots, you know. Those layouts are not guaranteed to run out. In the meanwhile, Filler is just making things look easy.
Yeah, when you get a player like Josh Filler that plays at the speed that he plays and just gets on with it, he really does make the game look much easier than it is. He's had that cue ball on a dime ever since that good shot into the side pocket.
Yeah, excellent run out from the killer.
1-1. Big set this one for Filler. If he gets to 2, he knows the worst he's going to face is a shootout. So a little bit more urgency, I think, for Kazakis in set number 2. Now, Tim, I know that you know these two players very well. Do either one of them reside in the U.S., or do they both go back to their native lands?
No, they still live in Europe.
And you see them, do they take part in any of the Euro Tour events?
Yeah, both actually. Everybody has been going all over the place with the Euro Tour, but now recently Predator started to put some more work into the Euro Tour together with the European Federation, the EPBF, and Filler won it. I believe Kazakis got quarterfinal, but alongside them many more came back to play the Euro Tour, so it's again a stacked field.
Well, this is a chance. He got the 1 off the break. And he's got to look at the 2 here. 5 into the side as well. If the 3 goes by the 8, this a serious opportunity for Filler.
Yeah, only would like to bring the cue ball off the rail a bit, which I don't think he can. So he's just going to draw back a little bit. No, go forward. And then now shoot the 3 off the rail. Now I've played on many tables where that edge, that little edge around the side pocket would stick up, and that's definitely one of the strong points of the Apex table, is that they made that very smooth, so he didn't really feel uncomfortable shooting over that rubber edge of the pocket.
Yeah, clearly illustrated there with that shot. Nice and level, easy to cue over it. And we might be treated to our first break and run out here, courtesy of Josh Filler.
Well, the only bad news for Kazakis, sure, he had opportunities and missed a couple of them in the first set. That's why he lost the opening set. But Filler, over time, will also start to play better. So you kind of have to fade the fact that he's getting some more table feel and catch more stroke too. Not saying it's impossible by any means. I mean, Kazakis is, I believe, top 3 in the world right now, so why would he not be able to beat Filler? But I'm just saying it's a huge task.
So intimidating though when you're sat in your chair watching Filler, and let's be honest, I mean, he looks like he's at the practice table. He always does. Just never looks phased. In complete control of his nerve. Doing what he does best. And it's a 2-1 lead now. As I said, a break and run out. Took 9 racks for us to see our first. You don't want Filler to get the measure of the break. Not at his speed. The only thing that Alex is hoping for is to get an opportunity. He doesn't want to be in that chair so long he's going to have to get his pants pressed. Referee using the Predator Aerorack to put those 10 balls together tightly. And Filler wants to take them apart.
Well, the 8 ball flying in, 1 ball slowly going in, and does he have a window between the 4-5? Not enough.
Yeah, Kazakis is, well, it's close. Kazakis is looking anxiously. It's very close. Josh is starting to get the way of the break. A long 3. That may be the toughest shot he'll face in this rack. Well, starting to look ominous now for Kazakis. Filler has found another gear.
Yeah, there's not too much to add, Jim. He's showing everybody how to play pool right now.
Yeah, there's nothing you can add that you don't see. Other than it's worth noting how important it is for Kazakis to stay positive. Got to just sit in your chair unfazed. You got to hope you get the opportunity, and then you got to be ready if and when it comes.
He did get a little straighter on this 9-ball though, so has to get past the side with the draw. Yeah, then again, perfect stunt draw on that. That's the kind of shots he takes his extension for, Jim. I use those for way different shots.
10 down, 2 break and run outs on the spin, 3-1 the lead in the second set. We're starting to see some Josh Filler magic here in Las Vegas.
If you had a TPA and you left a clock around, those have been advanced to buys. Please check around to see where you play next.
Kazakis opened the second set, winning the first rack. Since then, what you see is pretty well the way it's been. Kazakis in his chair.
Well, don't forget, Kazakis did have that chance in the first set where he came back from 2-0, 2 each, and then missed the 9. That is basically a 2-3 game momentum switch that could have happened there. So that definitely could happen here, just depending on Filler's break. It's so easy to have a dry break even though you hit him great, and then suddenly to lose a set. It is possible.
Well, one thing's for certain, Tim, we know that Kazakis is fully capable of returning the favor to Filler. He can park Filler in his chair too for racks on end. He's a quality player and has been one for a number of years. Rack number 5, 3-1 the lead. Well, Kazakis, if nothing, gets out of his chair, but he's got no shot at the 1.
Well, I find it interesting. It's not the first time I've seen this from Filler. It looks like he's found something to where if he makes the 1 on the break, he gives himself a chance to get shape. But if he doesn't make the 1 on the break, the 1 is always at the other side of the table and the cue ball stays near, well, the second diamond on the long rail where it is now. And there's, well, almost every time there has been traffic in between. So maybe he found some kind of safety break, like two-way, trying to make the ball and safety in mind on the side. That would be insane. Interesting push out, leaving the jump. Not really any future on the blue 2 as he tied it up. Oh, jumped right over it, ball off the table. Oh, on the rail.
Yeah, and Filler being left-handed works in his favor here. Be able to cue right into the 1.
Well, I think
Looks
he's
like
going to
try
try.
and swing it right around, Tim, get right in behind the 2.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna try and get straight on the stop shot safety for the 2-ball. Just 3 rails.
Just about there. I think you have to know now, and it's worth mentioning, he's got Alex on 1 foul.
Well, remember that one safety shot Alex played where Joshua was deadlocked? I think he returned the favor right here. Not saying he's not able to hit the 2, but the scratch is so big. Does he hit a real? Wow! What a shot! Can you believe it?
Yeah, Josh just said something to him there.
That is
professional courtesy from Filler too. What a shot from Alex Kazakis. Look at Josh. Tremendous shot. And he knew it.
I mean, even though we all knew this was going to happen right after, that hit was just insane. Good hit, but does leave a carom on the 5-ball there, Jim.
Yeah, you're just feeling like he's trying to kick at this from the back end, and so many options for Filler. Oh, he tried to make the 2. It looked like he had a pocket there, obviously, Tim, and yeah, 2 goes in. He was nicely on the 3. So a bit of a let-off for Kazakis. We'll see if he can take advantage of this. Just touched the 5.
So now might have to bank the 2 into the 8 to bring the cue ball underneath the 9. Don't think he could have done much more, but you will always feel like you played a bad safety shot if the guy now manages to jump the ball and get shape on the 3, which I don't feel he could have played anything else on this or get any better results.
Well, you're a prophet predicting that. Nothing else he could do, really. Talking about Kazakis, the way that he played it. And yet the good shot executed from Josh Filler. Still little to do here, though.
Uh-oh.
A rare mistake from the Filler cue. When the set was at his mercy. Just one positional glitch. Now kick on the 5.
Well, that's what Kazakis needed. That's now 2 mistakes from Filler this game to finish the set, to close the set out. Now though, it's
Yeah, it's
not
been a
easy
while.
to... I was gonna say, it's not easy
Sorry.
to play with the pressure knowing that every mistake could cost you the set and possibly a lot more.
Yeah, Tim, I was going to say it's also not easy to play when you've spent about the last 15 minutes in your chair, really, with no chance to knock any balls in, just coming up and trying to defend or kick. But that's how mentally tough these players have to be. Keeps the set alive, though. 3-2 to Filler, but Kazakis with the break in rack 6.
Well, we all know that Kazakis is mentally very tough, so I'm not surprised that he's hanging in this set still. But definitely needs a little bit of luck, you know. Maybe something after the break.
Yeah, the unforced error from Filler in running out of position. Rather simple mistake too, a little bit like the 9 that Kazakis missed in the 5th rack in the opening set. Totally unexpected. See our second semi-final, Tim, that you and I will be sticking around to do. They've got it shown as noon local time. Well, that's in about a half an hour, and highly unlikely this match is going to be done in half an hour.
Well, it definitely will depend on his break. If this turns to be successful, we might see Kazakis get close to still win the second set. Did move over to the side rail, hoping for better results, but no result. I think Filler can see the 1 ball to play, good safety.
Well, a chance.
Yeah, did not have enough of that one ball to play a direct safety. Had to kick into it first. Had a tough long shot on the 1 to still get shape on the 2. I believe he's going to run into the 10 ball.
Big chances and a big shot for Alex.
Great safety shot there. With the 8 being in between, takes a jump out. The 10, I believe, is blocking, kicking over the bottom side of the table. And he has only so much to work with going over the top long rail in that view, the left long rail here. That's why he's looking at going 2 rails. Could kick a little bit deeper, so a little bit more to the left on the short rail with the right spin to be able to land later on the long rail and to open it up all the way. Wow, what a fantastic hit that was. And look at that cue ball. I think he's going to get the cover. Did he get the full cover behind the 2? I think so. Beautiful hit. Yeah, just enough. That's why the jump cue is coming out. But I think it's only a small edge, Jim, so it won't be too tough to make a good effort into cutting it. Jump cut. Wow, and how's the shape? Is he gonna get the shape? Yes, he does. Look at this for a shot. Jump cut. 4 rail shape on the 2 ball. Excellent.
That one may be worth noting too, Tim. Definitely a shot that, you know, if nothing else, the position to the 2 after the 1.
Yeah, now suddenly the rack has opened up. If he can hold the cue ball here from 5 to 6, great chance to make it a hill set.
Yeah, and he's got to be feeling pretty good about proceedings right now. Given that he was in his chair, he saw 2 break and runouts from Filler. And Filler looked like he was motoring on to the finish line. For a 4-1 lead, but an unforced error allowing Kazakis back, and He was ready.
Slightly off angle on the 8. I believe he can still play with top spin and just missed the 9. But it's not going to give him an angle on the 9 ball to just drop down table for the 10.
I think Filler resigned to the fact that he's going to be in his chair watching the 7th rack. Kazakis' break. Very little to choose from between these two European champions. Alex Kazakis, Josh Filler, 3-3 in the second set. Filler won the first 4-2, and this one's going right to the final rack. And pretty much as the script unfolded, we knew it was going to be close. Let's look at the tail of the tape.
Yeah, if you look at most of the statistics, Jim, you would say that Filler already had won the second set by now. Like, almost all the statistics are close. Filler has missed 1 ball more in this set. But then less falls in this second set. A higher player overall performance. A higher percentage on the break.
Look at the balls pocketed, 35 to 25. Yeah, you'd think Filler would have already won the set.
Yeah. Small margins, missing maybe on a good moment in the rack, could be it. The only thing I know is that Kazakis is breaking for a chance to win the set. Square hit, nothing moving towards the pocket. The 7 still goes in. What a chance he has here, Jim. Shape on the 1, 2 balls next to it.
Boy, he's happy to see that 7 go down.
Yeah, things were not looking too great for him. I thought it was gonna end up dry, but that 7 ball found its way. Cut on the 1 into the short rail, and he's going to bump the 8 out. He's got to be careful with the pace. Doesn't want to lock the 8 and the 9 together, or the 8-5. Ooh. Has made things more complicated already on the 8-9.
Yeah, Josh kind of up in his chair just to have a look at the lay of the land. Yeah, this isn't straightforward, even from the 2 to the 3. Combination to the 4. The only shot on offer. And he's got to control where that 3 goes. Big moment. Played that one nicely, Tim.
Yeah, a good start. But let's see what he will play on the 8. Because for everyone that has been watching this match from the beginning, he has missed a similar 9 to the bottom right corner. He's also a little bit off on this 5 ball, not enough angle to run into the rail, or not natural to run into the rail and out. I don't think he's straight enough to draw straight back. Needs to get to the center of the table. Well, he didn't look too happy with how he laid on the 5, but he certainly made it look easy to get this shape.
Yeah, quickly calls his extension. Realized he had one. He just wants to take a little bit more time. Be sure in his mind exactly how to play through these last 4 balls. So you know he's going to be playing the 9 into that corner that haunted him in the opening set. Will he erase the memory? Considerably easier than the 9 he missed.
Yeah, and also the shape. I believe this way, you know, you can make a decent stroke. Doesn't have to be very subtle, killing the ball or anything. Ooh, for a second I thought I was too wide, Jim.
One set apiece. What a comeback from Alex Kazakis. He trailed 3-1 at one point. Won the last 3 racks to run home a 4-3 winner and tie it up 1 set apiece. A quick break for Kazakis. It worked in the last one. We'll see if it comes to his 8 again here. 1-1. Well, we're all square in sets in this, our first semifinal. Not a big disparity at all anymore in terms of the second set. 4-3, it was close from start to finish. And our statistics bear that out.
Yeah, still overall, if you look at it separately, overall, on the break, offense and defense, FILLER is scoring better, but he made just a couple mistakes in probably the most important moment in the second set, and that cost him.
Yeah, we've had 2 sets, and we're just coming up on noon local time when they actually had the next semifinal scheduled, and we are a long ways from finished in this one. So those guys, assuming they were going to get a little time on the practice table, they're going to be able to go for lunch. You looking forward to our second semifinal, Tim?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a completely different match than we have here. Completely different styles. But nonetheless, the same thing. It's similar to this match, but then still they play the game in a different way. Like how Kazakis plays the game is similar to Dennis Grabe, and how FILLER plays the game is similar to DeLuna, or DeLuna to FILLER. It just depends on how you look at it. So I think we might have a very similar match like we have here. And I told you before, I like the fact that we have 2 different styles in the arena, because if you have 2 very methodical players, things get real static, and if you have 2 guys that are very offensive, strong, or rhythm players, then it looks like it gets a little bit chaotic. So the mix of both, I believe, is the best to watch. So I don't think I could have picked any better lineup on the semifinals than we have.
I actually thought you were going to say exactly that because I see with DeLuna and Dennis Grabe as well, I see a very comparable semifinal to this one in terms of variance of styles, and I expect that to be close. Well, this one is. It's living up to advanced billing. Kazakis secures set number 2, 1-1, and with the break to initiate set number 3. And starting to get a little bit of a rhythm with the break. Though he's going to have to manufacture quite a shot from the 1. That 8 ball's about a foot away from that corner pocket if he does decide to take the 1-8 combination on. Fraught with danger.
Well, that's just not Alex's style. I would think he's trying to play the cue ball 1 rail behind the 8 and banking the 1 ball over.
Yeah, he called the corner pocket for the bank.
Oh, he did go for the 8. I did not expect that from him.
Well, his cue tapped the corner pocket, the bottom left corner pocket, as we look from our overhead camera, and I guess he must have verbally changed his mind. But yeah, that's a little uncharacteristic for Kazakis. That combination. Saw Filler put a 2-pack together in the second set. It didn't win him the set, but it sure kept Kazakis in his chair for a while.
Well, also, as you can see, Filler slowing down a bit. He just lost that set, even though he probably felt like, well, it was not going to be impossible to lose a set from the position he had, but probably felt really confident about his game until he lost that set.
Well, he'll be going at the 10 here, no doubt about that. And just like that, secures rack number 1. Carry him from the 6 to the 10. Josh Filler opens his account, trying to get back on track. So many great players have come from Germany over the years. Hall of Famer Ralph Souquet. I mean, I used to love Thomas Engert, the left-hander, Oliver Ortman, the machine, Torsten Homan. What a great player he was. And Ralph Eckert, good friend of mine. So many great players from that country over the years, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they just keep getting more and more. Just it doesn't stop.
And dare I say it, but the man on our screen right now may be the best of all. When his career is done, he may have eclipsed them all. He's certainly got the potential.
Well, still, Filler managed to break a 3-game streak from Kazakis to turn that set around. That's the interesting thing with this format. We barely get to see like 4 or 5 game streaks. Most of it is like they win just 1 or 2. On special occasions is 3, but you don't get to see it very often.
Played as a shot to nothing and nice position to the 2. Well crafted and an opportunity early. Yeah, that would be ideal. Get the cue ball to that area he just showed you with his cue.
Well, look at that cue ball control. Perfect pace.
Yeah. Found the window between the 6 and the 8 to drop nicely onto the 3. Now every chance.
bit hampered by the 10. Luckily, doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball, but just slightly awkward cueing.
Keeping it very simple. Obviously the 9-10. Definite possibility. Almost certainly now.
It's not a hanger though, that combination. Obviously a lot easier if he can put himself straight already on this. If it gets off angle, surely missable.
Quick apology to all our viewers, just a couple technical issues here. We'll get right back to the match as soon as possible. Well, sincere apologies if you're with us. Just had a few technical problems. Rejoining the action in the third rack. Set number 3, 1-1. And Filler with the opportunity early. Extracting the mistake from Kazakis. And Josh is looking at the 5-6 combination into the top left corner after this 2.
Well, based on the score, I would say Kazakis had made that 9-10 combination because, yeah, I was actually curious to know if he made it, yes or not, but he would say so. This one is similar to that combination, that's why I got reminded by it. A little bit off angle, just not on the 10. Perfect. Perfect shape, straight on the 7 means automatically straight on the 8. So it's just building up to crossing over the cue ball from the 9 to the 10.
And again, this third set, a big one, Tim, because the winner will be assured of nothing worse than a shootout. There's 10 to go, 2-1 in front for Filler. And down it goes, 2-1 confirmed, and the break in rack number 4. It's one thing I always like about these top players is they really do carry that positive approach at all times. You rarely see them shaking their heads.
Well, also in this format you kind of have to. You cannot just let your head go down whenever you lose a set or you lose that one rack. Just not an option. If you do that, like I mentioned before, usually there's not too many long streaks, like 4, 5, 6 game streaks. Now if you start to be disappointed, you kind of let your emotions go. That's where your opponent gets more confident and says, well, you know, he's feeling too bad, let me just keep pounding on him, and then usually things start to go too after the break and such. So both playing with a good attitude so far. Good break. Just no shot on the 2, but we'll have a nice safety behind the 8.
This really the showcase event, the Kamui Men's Las Vegas Open. Of all the events played here, the first stop in the 2025 Predator Pro Billiard Series. As I said at the very outset, this is the showcase event here in Las Vegas. Just weighing up in his mind how he wants to play safe on this 2. You already noted one opportunity to try and hold behind the 8, Tim. Bank the 2 up table. This was option 2. And I think he wishes he would have listened to you.
Thing is, I just don't think, even if it turned out it would be a little better, I think it would be easier for Kazakis to hit this one. So just slightly surprised he chose this option, but I mean, we haven't even mentioned this. They're both under shot clock too, you know, so yeah, gotta think fast, and it's not always a guarantee to pick the better or to pick the shot you have plenty of time to execute too. Just really depends, you know. Some shots are also sometimes under the shot clock. There's a better option than when you're playing without the shot clock. So yeah, I think it just really depends on a couple factors. Similar shot he's playing here. Now this time slightly better, but I think Kazakis might be able to thin the 2 ball again.
He thinned the wrong ball. So it must have been a lot closer than it looked like from our overhead camera, but he's just clipped the 6. Trying to flick the edge of that 2. He's left a 6-9 combination. So the 6 isn't really dead right now. With ball in hand on the 2. Well, you wouldn't want to bet on Filler getting to the finish line in this rack.
Well, still some cue ball movement needed here. If you look at getting from the 3 to the 4, either force follow to get straight on the 4 to the side, but playing shape to the side pocket can give you the wrong angle, and I'm surprised he has played for top left corner, because the 7 was in between to get the ideal shape. So we'll have to get some more cue ball movement here. Wow.
Looking at the 6-9.
Thought he had more angle on the 4, but he killed it nicely to leave himself a big angle on the 5.
And again, he's going through this rack quick. He sees the shot, gets down, executes. Like very few in the world.
Yeah, set basically going the same way like the previous one. Filler on its way to make it 3-1. Then made, I believe it was like 2 mistakes. And Kazakis hit a small gear and stole that set away. So is going to try and not get a similar scoreline, obviously. Perfect shape, perfect run out, and a little mistake from Kazakis by missing that 2 ball and hitting the 6.
You know, I note that all the players They wait for that cue ball to come to a dead stop before bringing balls on the table. I think they've all been warned. Maybe in the player handouts leading up to the event. Just warned about bringing balls on the table too soon. But 3-1 here in the third set. Same lead that Josh had, as you noted, Tim, in set number 2. Only to see Kazakis throw a 3-pack at him.
Fails to make the one on the break. The 5 ball just slides in, and look at that 4-9. That's gonna spoil the fun for him. So typical, you know, because I believe in the second set a similar thing happened. You had either a dry break or no shot after the break. They start battling. Then he had a shot and he missed. Kazakis ran out.
Nice containing shot, that one. Well judged, speed. The thin clip on the 1. Fully committing to keeping that cue ball behind the 3.
Wow, good shot there. Oh, well, he actually played it really well, but he might have left something on the 10 ball here for a quick win and a quick set. I think it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's a little too thin of a cut, and he knows that if he doesn't make the 10, it's going to be hanging around that corner, but I think he's called it, Tim.
Has played
For sure, a 7-10 is definitely on now.
Well, the thing is, there's no attacking shot, I believe, on this 1 ball to bring the cue ball all the way back up on the 2. Do you think there's maybe a safety? Safety carom 7-10? Well, that's maybe too aggressive. Alex usually plays quite solid and just either plays safe or goes aggressive full. He did go aggressive full. Look at this for a shot, just at base. Hit that really well though, just too firm. I never expected him to actually be able to miss a 7-10 and not scratch. Yeah, what do you play to? Tough shot. Has a bank on the 2, but the more balls you pocket, the more in trouble you'll get because the 4-9 is closed. You lose value the more balls you make.
Using the 3 as a blocker, and I don't think he's got there. The 2's available to the side, a very acute angle though, but makeable.
Oh, what has he done there? He just went for it, but then I just did not see any future in that shot. Maybe the shot clock got to him, but yeah, no, I mean, funny situation, but and still is. Like, what is Kazakis going to play? I don't think he can shoot the 3 off the 9 in the side.
There's always going to be the risk trying to open those up from that side. And he may have got himself into a lot of trouble.
Well, also has to be careful. If he doesn't make it in the corner, he might leave a 4-7-10. It's close, and I think it could be worse. Hasn't left a shot on the 4. Might have to thin the 4 and bring the cue ball behind the 7-10, but I think it's too thin. It's called the 4. Is he going to go elevate and jump the 4 over the 6? Or what? Does it go? No, it did not go. I'm not too sure whether it did go or did not go. The only thing I know is that he played it with the element of safety to not leave the jump. But Alex can kick this in 2 rails. Automatic shape on the 6, and like I said, the 7-10 is hanging.
Is it worth a 6-7-10?
I mean, I like it. I feel he has to do something. Or is he going to cut the 6 to that corner where the 7-10 is laying and then play the combination? I'd rather shoot the combo. Yeah, he missed it thick. That was so tough though, I mean, yeah, he's acting like he should not have missed that, but I think plenty of people, including us, would have missed that. Yeah, has left. Safety shot though. Oh. Base on the 6 is good, but the cue ball quite far off from that 10 ball. Nice two-way shot there. Knowing that when you overcut.
Tried to clip that one, I think, cushion first.
He's called the 6 in the side just in case, but he's focused on the cue ball 4 rails behind the 7 or underneath the 10. This is looking good. This looks very good. Double hook. Don't think there is a jump. Yeah, good hit. Almost made it in the side. And not a gimme on the 6 at least to get to the 7. But definitely an opportunity. One good shot can possibly win him the set. Oh, he has missed it, and I think he has left the 6 ball on for Alex to cut it in the side instead of shooting it similar to that same corner. And I'd rather cut it to the side because the cue ball will get automatically on the 7, so it's just a matter of making the 6.
This is definitely into the side. And this is the best opportunity he's had.
Just like the second set, Jim.
Yeah, Filler had the chance to close it out, didn't, and Kazakis came back at him.
Just far enough on the 8. Looked to be a little slow, but just got there. Now I do think he can cut this in and just play with topspin and be able to have a cut on the 9 after. He's even playing with low right. From that angle it looked like it was more angled than he actually had, so nice on the 9. He's going to try and make a run for it. Kazabubu.
Two. Kazakis has won all his matches. He's never been forced to even a shootout. Filler won his last in a shootout. So for Kazakis to avoid the shootout fate, he's got to win this set and the next.
Well, it must be tough for Filler not to start thinking again, because like you mentioned, last set lost it because he missed 2 opportunities. Now had a chance to close out the set, didn't. So I'm wondering, in his chair, is there any thought that is going like, oh man, hopefully it doesn't turn the same way like it did last set, or anything close to it? One ball was tracking straight to the side but got kissed away. And a chance for Filler. I think the bank is on. Can push the 2 ball over more to the 3, so yeah, has to go here. This is go time.
And no problems on the table. If he gets this and drops on the 2,
Good
and
shot.
he has.
Now, I think if he gets from the 3 to the 4, straight on the 4 to the side, that's key shot from here.
Well, he knows. He's helpless in his chair.
Oh, that cue ball. What has he done there?
Shades
You
of set
believe
number
it?
2.
Wow. This was the only thing that could have gone wrong, Jim. Getting from the 3 to the 4. If he got on the 4. Close. That 4 might dress up to something Alex can shoot at. What a chance for the Greek. A little bit awkward queuing by the brown 7 though, Jim, so I would expect him not to play this with the inside spin to track in between the 5-9. I think he might cut this and let the cue ball go to the bottom side of the 5 ball in this view. Get to the short side, the right side here, 2 rails. Just gotta make sure it doesn't scratch. Ooh. Actually, it looks like he got lucky, but played a really good shot there if you look at the shape on the 5. Now needs to be near the 9 in order to have a good angle to get to the 8. Either straight or a slight angle to the long rail would have worked, which he has. Center of the table on the 8 is fine, you don't have to draw all the way up table.
I'll tell you one thing about Alex Kazakis. If he survives again and wins this set, it's going to be the second coming of Houdini. Because Filler had both sets, 3-1 in front, 3-2 here, everything in the open, and somehow manufactured to let Kazakis out of his chair. And how heavily that's going to weigh on Josh Filler's mind. And Tim, you've been a player for many years. You know, as do I, many times in this game, at this level, there are battles within battles. And right now, Josh Filler might be fighting his own personal battle. 3-3. Set number 3. Kazakis with the break and rack 7.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, Jim. It's just actually a battle we never really see him struggle with, or we never really get to see him struggle with something like that. But now you can clearly see that he's starting to think about it.
Twice he's had his foot over the finish line to close out a set. Twice he's failed. And if you remember, in the second set, when Kazakis came back, It was a break and run out to secure it. I wonder if you're going to see a carbon copy here.
Hit him square. Plenty of movement. Nothing going in.
No gravity.
The 6 is in between, but the jump cube can be... Maybe he can go masse and rail first, but if not, he can still jump this too. 2 ball is open.
It's a solid
Get
break.
it.
Parked that cue ball right in the middle of the table too, but Filler looking for an area to push out. Tie up to 5. Tie up to 4.
Yeah, just surprised actually that Filler decided not to attack there. But maybe he just realized that he's already made unnecessary mistakes and just trying to play slightly more passive. Just like I'm surprised Kazakis gave this back. And that nice little nudge on the 6, I believe, is just enough to get on the 2 ball. Beautiful rail first. That's where the spin came from. I believe that nudge was just enough. But now has to figure out that 4 ball.
Well, he's not making life any easier. He's hampered, queuing right over the 7 here.
Good shot there. Knew that the odds were so low for him to get shape on the 4. Played a 2-way shot on the 3 ball. Not that Alex is not going to hit the 3, but yeah, you gotta stay patient with the 4-5, especially if you're the one pushing that problem on the table. You have to stay patient. Cannot just start winning at everything.
What a shot. Worth another look. So thin off that side that he clipped the 3 into the corner pocket. Judged perfectly. And if he gets his 4, he will have moved into the favorites role.
Oh, not gonna go. Chance for Filler, but this is a big shot, you know. Quite aggressive though from Alex. But of course, another comeback. He was trying to play very optimistic. This is a long straight shot and he needs to draw back. If he stops the cue ball, he's hooked. Cue ball only like a ball and a half off the short rail, so such a tough shot. He needs to draw back like a diamond or two. Yeah, I think minimum 2 diamonds. So if he makes this, especially under the gun right now, that would be insane. So close. He's not selling out, but that going in would have been gold. So 4 ball to the short rail, cue ball into the 10. No. Has he left?
He can definitely hit this, Tim. I don't know whether he can see enough to make it.
Yeah, but from with the cue ball on the rail, I don't want to make it. I'm fine with overcutting just like he did. He'll take that for sure. Especially after missing that 4, he's feeling fortunate to at least get a look after. So you will not see Filler complain about getting that shot. Now, this is not the first shot though where I see Filler, the second he strikes the ball, he kind of nudges his body like a small prayer or something that he's making a good hit.
Alex offers his hand, yeah, to apologize. That tells you that it's a total eclipse on the 4. But he didn't want it over the pocket, that's for sure.
Well, then still, he can go rail first. Or is he going 2 rails? No. Kick bank towards the corner, sending the 4 up table. Look at the speed. That 4 ball is going to be close to that rail again. Oh, that's so tough to do. No, this rack is definitely going to get both of them under pressure. You know, the nerves are rising. They both know how important this one set is to guarantee a shootout for the player that wins the set. And then now they get into this long safety battle. Just trying to put the 4 in between the 9-10. Oh, good shot there. Both playing excellent safety stuff right now. Length of the table, hit it so slow, but he knew the cue ball was going to be stopped by the orange 5. Oh, he's missed it, and he has pushed the 10-9 together. Look at this.
Just missed the 4, but second prize. Anxious moments for Alex.
Now, if Josh can masse this off the 10 and still get on the 5, like just just skim off it, you know. Low left, no. Okay, then this will be interesting because the 9 doesn't go. Has to do something on the 8, I guess, leaving himself angle to the side and trying to open him up, but would not be the first time I've seen someone try to do that and then barely missing the 9, leaving themselves super long and having a very tough shot right after. See, might have ran a little far, yeah. He's not happy. Low right spin, has to catch the 9 here. He has. And that's not a nice outcome. Cue ball on the rails, almost impossible to get a shot on the 10 unless he cuts the 9 to the corner. And I would certainly not like to shoot this 9 in the top corner, but it's the only way how he's gonna get a cut on the 10. And he's missed it.
Yeah, the cross corner, leaving that cue ball closer to that rail. Impossible to get from the 9 to the 10, so he's got to bank this. This will be close.
Yeah, the bank looked a little bit on the double kiss there, but definitely always safety in mind. So couldn't really lose from that position.
Filler tapping the table. I don't think he even considered the bank on that 10, even though he nominated the pocket. That was far from a full throttled attempt at the bank. Good safety though, great speed on the 9.
Yeah, this is a good shot. Wow. You know, he's played this so well two-way, going for the bank in the bottom left and playing the cue ball all the way back down table. What a shot right there.
You hear, yeah, Alex comes. He's tapping his cue with the chalk in acknowledgement of a great effort. That one from Filler could be the set winner.
Oh, doesn't want to lay it over the side. Speechless.
Again, it was the shot previous that Josh Filler played that created this opening.
Well, could have been a little straighter on the 10. This is quite a cut. And the nerves are on.
It's Filler that survives the scare this time. Squeaks out a 4-3 win in the third set. He leads 2-1 and has assured himself of nothing worse than a shootout. So once again, a very short break. Kazakis out of the arena. And Filler will follow. And you won't want to go away. Lots of pool left here. Center stage from the Rio. Well, it was a big rack win, securing set number 2 for Josh Filler. He leads 2-1, and set number 4. Cue ball straight into the side pocket. So right out of the gate, an opening for Kazakis. Just under 3 hours, the semifinal has been in play. For those of you that thought you were going to be seeing the DeLuna Grabe match starting at noon local time, well, it's just coming up on 1 o'clock local time, so don't go away. This first rack's going to have a very early conclusion anyway. A 2-10 to get Kazakis out of the gate with a flyer. And he did. 1-0 Kazakis in a set he has to win. And that to force a shootout.
Well, what a story it would be if this match goes to a shootout. Because if you look at the stats, this match is about to be even. They're just 1 rack apart, basically.
Yeah, if you look at the total racks, Filler's won 11. Kazakis has won 10. 21 racks have been played, 1 difference, and a 2-1 lead in sets to Filler. That's how close it's been. And it really has been close, Tim. In more ways than one.
Well, let's see. Last time he broke from the side rail and came up dry. That was last set. Very important moment on Hill. So he's going slightly inside. I like this position. Still the element of save, but the one ball goes easier to the side, I believe. Needs a square hit though. Oh, that was not the squarest of hits. Almost scratched on the same side as Filler did. I think he was trying to press the cue ball with the 6, but Alex has a good chance here now. Called the one ball in the side pocket just in case. Did not want to make it, of course, with what he was going to face right after. I don't think this safety turned out exactly like Alex wanted it to turn out.
Didn't intend a double kiss. Little lucky he's Leffert Alex hampered over the 8. But a chance.
Oh. Well, that could be a costly one. Just probably because of the inside spin. The one ball through to the short rail. That spin makes the shot so much tougher.
Yeah, the players have to allow for the deflection off the Q-tip. That varies with the speed that you play the shot. Again, one of those nuances that the top players adjust to and take for granted, but the amateur players out there, it's like being on ice.
Bit more angle on the 3 ball, can still play with low right in between the 4-9. I can definitely see some nerves on him though. Definitely put on there by Alex, because at times the second Filler strikes the ball, there's a slight push with his body, and I don't think I've ever seen that before, and I've seen Filler play for definitely the last 12 years, so I think I would have seen it before. Doesn't do that on all the shots, but there's some shots here and there. Well, not on that one. Played a good shot. Nice angle on the 6 to go into the short rail and out.
Pretty straight on this 8. Just wants to ensure to leave a nice angle on the 9.
Well, a little bit further, does have angle to go forward. 2 rails. Softly bouncing off the 3rd rail, perfect shape on the 10.
Levels it up 1 apiece. I think that's probably, Tim, a trademark of anyone that plays against Alex Kazakis. It's just never easy. He's that type of player that you've said he grinds his way through matches. You've got to bring a change of socks and a work pail to the match.
Yeah, but it's just his style, you know, like he plays it very clever. He's a good tactician, he has good cue ball control. If you would have to name one piece of his game that's not that developed, I wouldn't know what, because he jumps well, breaks the balls well, has good cue ball control, plays good defense, kicks well. I mean, he made unreal jump shot with 4-rail shape. He's kicked the ball in 2 rails. I mean, if you can, name it, because I can't. Try break.
For sure in this match, more dry breaks than not. Filler broke and ran 2 in a row. Still somehow manufactured to lose that 2nd set. But really, that's the only flow we've seen in the match.
Yeah, not too many breaker runs. And that's not because they have never made a ball on the break. It just seems to go that way. Might be a nice 2-way shot here. To call, he could call the 1 in the side, but also if he plays it with top spin over 2 rails and hits it firm, could carry him the 10 ball in. Well, that's wide in the open. Now, I would say if he runs into the 10, he has the cut to the side on the 2 ball. Yeah, nicely done. This rack is wide open actually, if you look at it. If he can get this 2 ball with inside spin to get on the 3, if he can get straight on the 3 ball, it should be fine. This is key shot right here. Scary shot this is. A lot of spin involved. Squirts the ball out more to the outside on the new cloth. Well, angle to run into the 7. Or is he able to miss the 7 and go 2 rails for 4 in the corner or the side? Yeah, he was able to do that. So the rack is open now. Not too much traveling around the 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, everything is quite connected. Just this 4 to the 5 to get a nicer angle. Ooh. Ran a ball further than he wanted to. I think he's still okay to cut this with a lot of draw. Kill the cue ball in the center of the table, or as straight as possible. Working his way into the set again.
Yeah, Kazakis just, he is a battler. Win or lose against this guy, you just know you've been in a match every time. And a 2-1 advantage. In a set he has to win to get to the shootout. Alex Kazakis. Well, he's keeping the Greek hopes alive. And he's making sure nobody's leaving their seats.
Well, we're definitely going to see a different set here, as FILLER was leading the last 2 sets 3-1. We haven't seen Alex lead any set 2-1 yet, so definitely a different scoreline and potentially a different result. If he makes it 4-2 Alex, we're dead square in racks and definitely deserves a shootout. But that's a bunch of ifs, Jim.
I mean, this match has been so tight-fisted from the outset. You almost can't see it going any other way.
Oh, cue ball. Uh-oh. Did that
Now, did the
6-7?
Took the words right out of my mouth, Tim. That's 6. Did it come out far enough to be available? That's the question right now, because everything else is open.
Oh, it's so close. It's a tough call. Yeah, just thinking, you can open up 7-6 off the 3 with shape on the 4. But there is a slight risk that you're gonna get hooked behind the 9. And he's got straight on the 3. Could also play for a bank shot on the 6, but with where the 10 is laying, it's difficult to get that straight shape on the 6. This is a really tough out. He has some plan, but could also play 4-5 and a stop shot safe behind the 7. I think that's what he's going for. Center table shape twice.
Just got a quick message from our colleague Mark White that told me that the the Josh and Marco Teucher match last night went 3 hours and 25 minutes into a shootout. So maybe Filler is accustomed to this sort of play. You know, he's in it for the long haul.
Well, he's played a great shot there on the 5 to nudge the 6 out. Still needs one big shot here. Don't think he can avoid running into the 7 ball unless he's playing to the other corner. I think he is. Around the 8 with the cue ball. Into the heart of the pocket right there. Perfect.
Josh looking to dodge the shootout here if he wins this set. Four racks in to set number 4. Nothing between them. 2 apiece. Pretty well validates our score. 2-1 in sets to Filler. 17 more balls pocketed. You just know he'd like to get out of here and avoid that shootout. Eight into the side.
No future.
No joy at all. Just very little flow. And for those of you thought you were tuning in to the DeLuna Grabe match, that will be coming as soon as this one is played to a conclusion. There'll be a short break and we'll all hit the reset button. And you'll be treated to our second semifinal with a very similar storyline in terms of how the players play.
Difficult push out here though, Jim, because most of the positions where he can push to leads to quite a decent safety, so he's probably pushing to a kick. And yeah, I don't know. I might give this back and hopefully get a jump after, because it's so easy to leak the one ball and leave a shot. Well, we've heard the shot clock beeping, so I would... Did he just take an extension on that?
No, you must have, Tim.
Well, that would be interesting if he took his extension for a shot he's not taking in the end. He's going to try and kick it full in the face. Top left spin. Push the one ball all the way down table. Oh, and he's got fortunate there. Very fortunate there. Was never supposed to hit that 9 ball. Still, Alex is supposed to hit the 1 ball. This is not a kick you would expect someone to miss, and he's even getting the jump cue out. Dart stroke. One in the corner, that was close. But it shapes up.
Josh coming around to have a look at the 2. So obviously likes what he sees on the 1.
Well, let's see. Probably playing the short side of the 4, right side of the 4 ball here. So 2-row shape from 3 to 4. Perfect angle on the 4 ball to get the cue ball off the rail. Could have maybe leave himself slightly more, but quite sure he can still get the cue ball off the rail, like probably a diamond.
His pace is quickened too. Starting to smell the finish line.
Slight angle on the 9, Jim. Should be fine to draw over. Nice stun draw. Perfect on the 10. Such a big out under the gun. Because there's plenty of pressure in this arena.
Well, Filler is lapping it up right now. Waits for the one to stop. Help our referee get the balls on the table. And just coming up to 3.5 hours, the duration of this match. So eclipsing the match that Filler played in the quarterfinals last night. That was 3 hours and 25 minutes. So if you didn't think that these pool players had to be in shape, think again, folks. Have you ever put a, I don't know what it's called, the thing that measures the distance you travel around a table? A pedometer? Is that what they call it in Europe? I think that's what they call it in North America. But you'd want to put one on your belt, Tim, the next time you're playing for a day, just to see how many miles you actually walk. You'd be shocked.
It is actually a pedometer. And I'm very interested because, especially with these longer formats, there must be quite some steps. Oh, 2 balls on the break and shape on the one. Look at this layout. One
yeah,
good
the
shot.
chances arrived. We've said this a few times with Josh, though, Tim. He's had a couple chances to close this out. Let's see if he can do it here. One good shot on this one.
The thing, though, if he makes his one ball, everything is laying so well. Well, let's see if I can find something where things can go wrong, because he's guaranteed to have the 5 in the side. Ideally, would be straight in, so he can move the cue ball forward and leave himself a nice angle on the 6 to cross over for the 8 ball. No, he even drew back. For a second, he looked at the side pocket, but chose to go back. I actually think it's better. He played a better shot than I probably chose to play to the side pocket. Because it was easier to leave him this angle on the 6 ball, and that's probably the most important thing this run out so far, was to get this angle on the 6 to get to the 8. Just topspin on the 8. Or is he going back for the 9 in the corner? He's playing low left.
You just can't see him failing now.
Just checking if he wants to cross over to the left side of the 10, or if he's going to take a little bit more of a cut. Staying high on the 10 on the right side.
Yeah, he knows it. He can feel it. It's there. The 10. And Josh Filler avoids the shootout. Yeah, he knows. What a match he survived here. It was a scare. Never easy beating Alex Kazakis, and Filler knows it. The two friends hug, and a terrific win for Filler. He books his place in the final. He will sit back now, have a bite to eat, and await our next semifinal, which is going to be coming to you in about 15 to 20 minutes time, so don't go too far. Jeff DeLuna, Dennis Grabe, for a place in the final against Josh Filler. Well, Tim, we better rest up. About a 10-minute nap, because you and I are going to be back here on center stage for that one, my friend. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much for some great commentary.
Well, we'll see you guys soon.